Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another week of art. I want to start out by congratulating this week's winners for our prize drawing, Catherine C. in Miss Cockrell's class and Samaya in Miss Geiger's class. This Thursday, you'll be getting some art supplies at your supply pickup. My question for you is graffiti art? Why or why not? So I want you to think about graffiti that you have seen around maybe Olympia, around places you've gone to, and think, do you consider it art? Why or why not? And we'll get back to that question at the end. So first of all, what is graffiti? Graffiti is just typically made in a public place without permission, and it can range from a simple name to a big, large-scale mural. And because it's in a public place, it's typically without permission. In Olympia, we have a few spots where it is legal to do graffiti on public walls. So here are some examples. You can see here's some in Poland, San Francisco, and our very own Olympia, a dumpster with graffiti on it. So as time has gone on, graffiti has become more and more common and acceptable. Some advertising and marketing companies use it. It's found in art galleries, museums. There's even some super famous graffiti artists like Banksy. Most most graffiti is made with spray paint. And even though it is popular and pretty normal, still illegal in most areas. Some graffiti is pretty detailed, while some is simple. Don't mind my cat here meowing. So we are going to focus on one artist, graffiti artist, Keith Haring. He was an American graffiti and pop artist. His early work he got popular because he would use chalk to create these images that are really easy to recognize. And he'd run into subway, ow, cat is attacking my toes. He'd go into subways underground and find ad spaces that were blacked out. And he'd grab a piece of chalk and quickly sketch pictures on those black spaces. And he actually got arrested quite a few times for that because it's technically illegal. But he quickly became very famous and is known for his paintings, murals, even commercial merchandise, and you can recognize his figures. If you look here, very distinct, colorful, lots of movement. A lot of times his message is about love, acceptance. And if you look below in your art folder, you'll see I have a video that shows him as he's doing his graffiti in subway stations. So take a moment to watch that. And here are some examples of things that you could draw today. So some Keith Haring inspired figures. You can pause the video here and try to sketch some of those out. Notice each picture has the movement lines around it. So I want you to think again, as we've learned a little bit about graffiti, is graffiti art? Why or why not? And I would love to hear what you think. Maybe on Schoology, when you post your artwork, you can share that. I won't give the answer because I don't feel like there is a real answer, but I want to hear what you think. Okay, today I am going to start out with a dry erase board and marker, and you can do the same if you want, or just do pencil and paper. Make sure you're looking at some of the Keith Haring ideas on Schoology that I posted. One way that you can start with your drawing is draw a stick figure. Make sure it's doing some kind of movement. Okay, so I have my stick figure. Next, I'm just going to draw a bubble around it. Then I go in and erase the stick figure lines. And I can kind of tweak it a little bit. Then you add the signature Keith Haring lines. I do not know what's going on with my throat today. Once you've done that, once you feel like you've mastered drawing the figures, you can use paper and crayons and start filling in your designs with color and lines. So that's option one. You can go ahead and do stick figure, draw a bubble around it, erase the lines. Option two, look at some of the ideas that I've listed on Schoology. You can just sketch the figures. Sure, you can hear my cat going crazy here. This is why I don't work at home, I work at school. There, so just drawing the figure, draw some lines, and then fill it in with color. And a lot of times he has some sort of symbol in it, like the earth in between people, a heart, a light bulb. I've seen people do like a soccer ball. So maybe whatever you are passionate about, whatever you care about, you could include that in your Keith Haring artwork. So I look forward to seeing your pictures on Schoology, and I will see you next week.